Welcome back to MetaCast, everybody. I'm John, and as always, joined by Maya today. We're going to be diving deep into some news that shook the gaming world.
Absolutely, John. Let's unpack the latest revelation about the PlayStation 2.
Now, we all know the PS2, it was a monster hit.
Oh, yeah.
But we finally have official confirmation on just how big of a monster it was.
Yeah.
PlayStation recently launched their 30th anniversary website, and along with a trip down memory lane, they dropped some updated sales figures for all their consoles.
And tucked away on that site.
Yeah.
Almost like they were trying to hide it in plain sight.
In plain sight.
Was the official number that PlayStation 2 has sold over 160 million units worldwide?
160 million, officially making it the highest-selling console of all time. I mean, we knew it was up there.
We knew it was up there.
Estimates put it around 155 million, which already topped the Nintendo DS at 154 million.
But this confirmation puts all the speculation to rest. It's interesting, though, that they chose to reveal this now. Jim Ryan, before he stepped down as PlayStation's head, hinted at this earlier this year.
Right.
But why wait to make it official?
Well, it's almost like they were waiting for the right moment, wouldn't you say? Maybe they felt the need to secure the PS2's crown, especially with the Switch kind of breathing down its neck.
The Switch has definitely been making waves.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting pretty at 146 million units sold.
Oh, wow.
And with all the buzz surrounding the upcoming Switch 2, some might have thought it could take the top spot.
Right, which begs the question, will this confirmation impact the Switch's momentum? Will people hold back waiting to see what the Switch 2 offers?
Yeah.
This could be a strategic move by PlayStation to throw a wrench in Nintendo's plans.
It makes you think about the different strategies at play here. Remember, the PS2 had an insanely long production run.
Oh, yeah.
Sony kept making them until 2013.
2013.
Even with the PS3 already out.
Wow, that's a stark contrast to what we're seeing with the Switch, between the rumors of the Switch 2 being right around the corner. And the news of the eShop shutting down in China in 2026.
Oh.
It feels like the original Switch might be on its way out.
We'll have to see how Nintendo plays this. Will they adopt a similar strategy to Sony and keep producing the Switch alongside the Switch 2, or will they push everyone toward the new console?
Lots of questions, a whole lot of speculation, but for now, one thing is clear. The PlayStation 2 is the undisputed king of console sales.
It's a pretty incredible feat even 2 decades later.
Exactly. But this isn't just about numbers, right? What makes the PS2's legacy so fascinating? Why should this matter to anyone who wasn't even born when this thing came out?
Well, it's about understanding what made the PS2 successful in the first place. And it goes way beyond just having a lot of games.
Right.
It was a cultural phenomenon. Think about it.
Yeah.
This console brought people together, spawned countless memories, and introduced game franchises that are still going strong today.
Oh, yeah. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, Metal Gear, Solid 2, Shadow of the Colossus. These games weren't just good. They were revolutionary.
Yeah.
They pushed boundaries and defined a generation.
And that's a big part of the PS2's magic. It had something for everyone: action, adventure, RPGs, sports, you name it. The PS2 had it, and it did it well. That kind of diverse library appealed to a much wider audience than previous consoles.
And it wasn't just about the games. The PS2 was a multimedia powerhouse. You could watch DVDs on it, play music, even browse the internet.
Oh, wow.
This was before smartphones were everywhere.
Right.
So the PS2 became the central hub for entertainment in so many homes.
It was ahead of its time in terms of accessibility and features. It essentially lowered the barrier to entry for gaming and made it more appealing to a mainstream audience. That's a huge factor in its long-term success.
So it's more than just nostalgia. The PS2 fundamentally changed the gaming landscape. But looking at the industry today, with mobile gaming on the rise and new technologies emerging, it makes you wonder,
will any console ever be able to replicate that level of dominance?
Is the PS2's record truly unbreakable?
It's hard to say for sure. The gaming world is constantly evolving. We have subscription services like Game Pass changing how people access games.
Right.
And the rise of the metaverse is a whole other beast altogether.
So what does the PS2's continued success tell us about what it takes to reach that level of iconic status?
I think the key takeaway here is that it's about more than just specs or graphics. The PS2 tapped into something deeper. It understood its audience, fostered a strong community, and wasn't afraid to push creative boundaries.
It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest formula, great games, accessibility, and a little bit of innovation, can have the biggest impact. And even in today's rapidly changing industry, those principles still hold true.
Absolutely. The PS2's story is a testament to the power of understanding your market and delivering an experience that resonates with people on a cultural level.
Well said. And on that note, I think we've covered a lot of ground today exploring the confirmed sales figures of the PS2 and its enduring legacy on the gaming world. Before we wrap up this deep dive into the PS2, though, I'm curious, does its success even now tell us anything about the future of the gaming industry?
It definitely makes you wonder. It's like the PS2 cracked some kind of code.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about the games themselves, it was the entire ecosystem, the way it brought developers and players together, the marketing, the cultural impact, it all came together to create something truly special.
And it makes you question if that can even be replicated in today's fragmented market.
Right.
We have so many ways to play games now. Consoles, PCs, mobile streaming. It's almost like the industry is spreading itself a bit thin.
It's a valid point. The focus has shifted in many ways. Live service games, constant updates, battle passes.
Yeah.
These were concepts that didn't even exist during the PS2 era.
Right.
Back then, it was all about that one-time purchase, that complete experience you got on the disc.
Which is fascinating because despite all these changes, the PS2 still holds the sales crown.
It does.
What do you think that says about what gamers truly value?
I think it highlights the enduring power of a complete and well-crafted experience even today. People crave those games that you can fully immerse yourself in, that offer a sense of closure and satisfaction, the kind of games that stick with you long after you finish them, and the PS2 had a lot of those.
And maybe that's the lesson for developers going forward. It's not just about chasing trends or focusing solely on monetization. It's about crafting those memorable experiences that resonate with players on a deeper level.
Exactly. The PS2's legacy serves as a powerful reminder that creating a lasting impact goes beyond just sales figures. It's about pushing creative boundaries, building a community, and delivering something truly special that people will remember for years to come.
That's a great point, a great note to end on. The PS2 story isn't just about nostalgia. It's a blueprint for success in a constantly evolving industry.
Definitely.
It was great chatting with you, Maya.
It was a pleasure diving into this with you, John.
And for everyone listening, thanks for joining us on MetaCast as we explored the PlayStation 2's record-breaking sales and what they mean for the future of gaming.